The first crack wasn't the wheelchair, it was the laughter. From the window, I could see them outside, my wife, her sister, both barefoot in the summer dusk, illuminated by the porch light like actresses in a stage play I never auditioned for. They leaned on each other, arms wrapped tight, the way sisters do when cruelty is camouflaged as closeness. Then came the shove. The wheelchair toppled sideways like it had been waiting for release. A $2,500 carbon frame titanium build designed for independence splayed across the driveway like roadkill. I watched the front wheels spin in slow, mocking circles. Let's see how long it takes him to crawl inside. Her sister's voice cut through the open window like a bone saw. They laughed harder, and I sat still. Not in fear, in study. That night, I didn't crawl. I called my brother, and I never went back inside. We had been married 4 years. She cried at the vows, trembled when I touched her wrist for the first time, said I made her feel safe. A word like a loaded weapon, especially in the mouth of someone who only ever respected power. I didn't ask for pity. I never invited it. But somewhere between the hospital bills and the home renovations, she began speaking to me like I was fragile, an obligation. I started hearing it in small things. Don't you need help with that? Want me to order for you? You're just not built for stress. She said it like kindness, but it was always a box. She'd watch me lift myself into the bed with effort and whisper, "It's okay, babe. I'd never leave you." That's when I knew she wanted to. I didn't scream when I left, didn't demand answers, didn't ask why. I spent nights in my brother's guest room with a laptop and silence. First, I pulled phone records. Calls to her sister every day. Most were under a minute, not long enough for affection, just planning. Then I started reviewing old Nest camera footage, ones she thought were only set for motion at night. Turns out they caught more than just raccoons. There was one clip from 3 weeks before, her standing in front of the garage with her sister. The sister's voice low, serious. He's more furniture than husband. My wife didn't disagree. She just sipped her wine. So I kept going. I traced her card activity, boutiques, salons, Airbnb charges in towns I never visited. One receipt stood out. A spa day in Oregon. She told me she was volunteering at a youth center that weekend. I found photos tagged by a mutual friend. She was there. But not alone. He was able-bodied, bearded, and oblivious to the camera flash. In the picture, her hand rested on his thigh, like she'd done to me when she wanted to look supportive. The lawyer was clinical, efficient. She scanned the videos, the receipts, and the witness statements with an interest devoid of emotion. "This is textbook humiliation," she said. "I've seen worse," I replied. The court date was set. I sent my wife an invitation. Not a message, not a call, an envelope. Inside, a printed screenshot of the Airbnb listing. Below it, her photo, with him. Below that, the lawsuit filing. Intentional infliction of emotional distress, property destruction, abuse. She texted me 10 minutes later. "Can we talk?" I didn't reply. In the courtroom, she looked smaller than I remembered, like her posture couldn't hold the weight of her own decisions. Her sister didn't show up. I didn't watch her when the judge played the security footage, the voice, the laughter, the crash. I only watched the jurors. One woman flinched when my chair hit the pavement on screen. Another closed his eyes. When it was her turn to speak, she tried tears. Said it was a joke gone too far. Said she loved me. I watched the judge write something down. When my attorney asked if I had a final statement, I declined. Instead, I reached into my pocket and unfolded the same note I had left on the dining table the night I left. 4 words. "You can walk away." I slid it across the table. She read it. Her face didn't fall. It cracked. I won the case. The settlement was quiet, clean. She didn't contest the asset split. Probably because the footage did more damage than her lawyer expected. Public image mattered to her, more than I ever did. My new apartment has no steps. The silence is welcome. I don't check her social media. I don't miss the way she used to smile when people looked at us with pity. I don't dream of her voice anymore. When people ask why I left, I don't explain. Because the truth is simple. She thought I was forgettable, but I remember everything. And I never crawl. Not anymore.